Good evening, everybody. You're all really here to listen to music, and chimpanzees don't sing. But if I were to greet you in chimpanzee, I would say, I've only got 10 minutes. I have to make everything very short. I was born 85 years ago. I was born loving animals. I was lucky in having a very supportive mother. When I was 10 years old, I decided when I grew up I would go to Africa, live with animals, and write books about them. And everybody laughed at me. How would I get to Africa? We didn't have any money. Africa was far away, and I was just a girl. But my mother said to me, if you really want this, you're going to have to work really hard, take advantage of all opportunity, but don't give up. So I got to Africa, I saved up. I was lucky enough to meet the late Dr. Leakey, who offered me the amazing opportunity of going to study not just any animal, but the one most like us, the chimpanzee. And eventually they lost their fear of me, and I began to understand more and more about their behavior. And the most striking thing was how like us they are. They have their own personality. The males compete for dominance, swaggering, looking big and strong, reminding me very much of many human male politicians today. There are good and bad mothers in chimp society, as in human society, and the supportive mothers raise offspring who tend to do better in later life. We've been studying them now for 60 years, so we've been able to follow different generations. And chimpanzees, like us, sadly, have a dark and brutal side to their nature, but they're also capable of love and compassion and true altruism. After I'd been at Gombe for 2 years, Louis Leakey sent me to Cambridge University to do a PhD, even though I had not been to college. I was shocked to be told humans are the only beings on this planet with personality, mind, and emotion. And fortunately, I had a wonderful teacher when I was a child who taught me that however learned these professors were, they were wrong in this. That teacher was my dog. I went back to Gombe and I built up a research station, and I could spend hours out in the rainforest learning about the interconnectedness of all living things, the importance of every species, no matter how small. They were the best days of my life. So why did I leave? Why am I traveling 300 days a year around the world talking to people like you? It was because in 1986, at a conference, I learned that chimpanzees were vanishing across their range, the forests were going, and I felt I had to do something about it. And as I was learning more and more about the problems faced by chimpanzees and other animals in Africa, I was also learning about the plight of so many African people living in extreme poverty with no good health and education facilities. I flew over the tiny Gombe National Park, which had been part of a great rainforest stretching across Africa, and saw a tiny island of forest surrounded by completely bare hills. And I realized if we don't do something to help the people, there's no way that we can try to save the chimps. So the Goodall Institute began a program to improve the lives of the people not just there in Tanzania, but now in 6 other African countries. So in those areas, as I'm traveling around the world trying to raise money for these programs, I'm finding out so much about what we are doing to the planet, how we're destroying the forests and the oceans, the great lungs of the world, how we're recklessly burning fossil fuels, how our industrial animal agriculture is destroying the land and is also producing huge amounts of methane gas, which along with CO2 is one of the great greenhouse gases. And so I'm meeting young people. I'm not surprised. They are feeling a loss of hope in the future. And so I decided I had to start a program for young people. It's called Roots and Shoots. It's here in Hungary. It's now in 60 countries around the world. We have members in kindergarten and members in university and everything in between. And they choose projects to make the world a better place for people, for animals, for the environment. It's my greatest hope for the future. Young people, when they understand the problems and they're empowered to take action, are changing the world. But people ask me, Jane, do you really have hope for the future? Because I've seen what's going on in the world, the destruction of the environment, and the problems that are being caused socially and politically, as well as environmentally. My reasons for hope are simple. First of all, it's the young people who are changing the world, even as we speak. Secondly, it's this human brain. We are beginning to use our brain to find ways of living in greater harmony with the planet. Thirdly, the resilience of nature given a chance. Gombe is no longer a little patch of forest surrounded by bare hills. The trees have come back because the people understand that saving the environment is for our own future, not just wildlife. We are part of the environment. We depend on the natural world for our own future. And then animals on the brink of extinction can be given another chance. And finally, there's what I call the indomitable human spirit, the people who tackle what seems impossible and won't give up. In Tanzania, where Roots and Shoots began, at the end of every gathering where the young people come together to share their projects, they always say something: we can save the world if we get together. And we will save the world if we get together. So at the end of every gathering they say, together we can